Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Today I'll be explaining and breaking down yet another solo song from one of the I-DLE members. The chosen song for today is This Bad Bitch Number by Soyeon featuring BIBI and Youngji. Although I tend to focus on the I-DLE members, I will also talk about the other parts because they are just as good. Quick disclaimer, this song has sexual and vulgar innuendos. Don't worry, not as much as wife. Anyway, if you are uncomfortable with that, feel free to leave this video. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Hello? Hello, is this bad bitch number? I'm looking for the savage girl.
This part, which is repeated multiple times throughout the song, shows Soyeon's perspective as she tries to find the perfect bad bitches and savage girls to be part of her song. She calls multiple women, and as you can see, many of them are surprised and repulsed by her question, as being a bad bitch is seen as ultimately immoral by society. Before going any further, I want to explain that the term bad bitch harbors different connotations depending on culture, context, and region. In the US, especially in pop culture, being a bad bitch is often used as a term of empowerment, while in South Korea is generally viewed negatively and used to talk about an aggressive and morally questionable woman. Most of the time, these morally questionable women just defy the norms by being bold or overly assertive, which can be seen as inappropriate. BIBI Soyeon and Youngji can be viewed as either, depending on who's observing. These lines show how much trouble Soyeon is having in finding these women. She's spending all of her day trying to find them. In the morning, the phone rings. At lunch, she meets them. All day long, she's knocking on people's doors. She keeps calling other people and eventually reaches Youngji. Youngji plays around with the fact that she is the Youngji, a bad bitch by nature, so asking if she is a savage girl is almost funny. Oh, and for context, when the girls reply to Soyeon's call, they don't know that it's Soyeon speaking, so they are talking as if it was some random person calling them, hence why it seems like Youngji is attacking Soyeon here. She's not. The diss is for the audience. This is a whip. Whip is also slang for car. Therefore, a new whip means that someone has bought a new car. Apparently, Youngji is talking about other artists who brag about wealth and real goods rather than caring about the art of music itself. I've mentioned in other videos that Soyeon never brags about money and doesn't like doing so. This also seems to be true among the girls in this song. The word used here is 바짓가랑, which is the part of the pants where you put your leg, and is often used to describe when one is pulling/hugging someone by the leg in the hope they won't move. Her trousers were already ripped, suggesting that people are constantly begging her to stay and perform more. Band is a slang word for money, specifically stacks of cash held together by rubber bands. Although it seems like she's bragging about money, which contradicts what I said a moment ago, there's a trick here. All of the girls featured in this song are heavily involved with music creation, holding more than 200 credits on the Korea Music Copyright Association, which gives them rights over copyrights and contributes to their payment as idols. So this is just another hit at artists who do things purely because of money and success. While they die to get something good out of their heads to get money, the girls are doing what they love and receiving for it. Due to the nature of their work and its exposure, people tend to see just the good side, the wealth, money, cars, etc. However, a lot goes into making it big like them, and if it's hard for those who love doing it, imagine how hard it is for those who do it just for the looks. People shouldn't have such people as role models. Not because doing something for money is wrong, that's totally fine actually, but to ignore art altogether because of it is just not it. As a result of working with passion and effort, money and honor fall onto them. She specifically says that it falls onto the larynx, the hollow muscular organ that forms an air passage to the lungs and holds the vocal cords in humans, making it possible for people to sing and rap. She alludes to the larynx once again, but this time to say that she can swallow blind people's jealousy, as the larynx also plays a critical role in swallowing. She uses an informal term to talk about blind people, almost as if she intended to call out ignorant and immature people and not people with vision impairment. Youngji says she's in the way of these people's business, meaning that, unlike many, she won't bend to their will, making it impossible for them to keep going, regardless of what they do. To tap out has various meanings, but the sound effects make it clear that she's talking about giving up, and it's usually used in martial arts or boxing matches. So they can give up whenever they want, today, tomorrow, next year, she'll remain there regardless. Hating someone is quite literally the most foolish, laughable thing one can do. It makes you fall behind in life because you could use this time to, I don't know, build a house. She says that she wants to murder these people. Well, at least she's honest. Survival of the fittest is a concept popularized by Charles Darwin, which describes how organisms that best adapt to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce, passing on their advantageous trait. As she's talking about hate and how it affects idols, she states that those who are easily affected by hate do not survive.
'Cause I'm too nasty for your.
She's sarcastic here as she says she can't survive anymore because her moves are causing people to have hernia. A hernia occurs when an internal organ or tissue bulges through a weak spot in the surrounding muscle or tissue wall, resulting in a visible lump. Disgusting, right? The reason she can't survive is because she's too nasty. That's why people are getting hernias. Although nasty has a bad connotation, it is also slang for a confident or self-empowered person. Soyeon found one bad bitch, Youngji. She needs 2 more to go, so she keeps calling, knocking on doors, and this time reaches BIBI.
What do you mean bad? I'm sad and I'm mad.
Again, bad bitch is usually meant to talk about a confident, attractive woman. However, the literal meaning makes it seem like it's something fundamentally bad, so BIBI just states that she's not a bad person. This lyric is also a reference to BIBI's song Bad, Sad, and Mad.
You think I play balls? I do everything with time.
Balls are commonly associated with males' reproductive system, while anything tongue-related is associated with women's reproductive system. This hints at BIBI's sexuality, suggesting that she is bisexual. She has never disclosed it, but has done things and shown support to the community, which reinforces this theory.
Good at my job, reading book, giving head. 여러모로 괜찮은 여자랍니다.
She's a good woman in many ways, amazing at singing and rapping, very smart, and also good at giving head, which means to have oral sex.
A for a baby, so good, been in bed. A for apple juice, it I'm head. D for dead, not the garden get.
The word bad is spelled with sentences that give meaning to it. B for BIBI being a good bad bitch, a play with the ambiguity of the word I previously explained. A for apple juice Adam had. The Adam's apple is a protrusion in the neck, typically visible in men. A reference to the story of Adam and Eve. She's saying she killed Adam. D for dead, whatever catches me. The literal translation of what she says is something that is getting stuck, but it's often used to say that there's something bothering someone or holding someone back. Apparently, this is to say that whatever holds her back is dead as soon as it appears on her way.
좋지 않을 거란 충고 잊지 말게요.
BIBI is about to give us some tough love, so listen carefully.
If you wanna ask me to why do we know this? Marry, kill, fuck, 헷갈리지 말게.
She gives tips on how to make it to her list, but don't get confused. It's not the bad bitch list, it's a marry, kill, fuck one.
거 주러 왔으니
She's here to give what the listeners want. After all, who wouldn't like to have the chance to get married to BIBI?
기가 아니다, 팬까지라지 말게.
To make it to the list, she says you must not judge or nitpick unnecessarily, especially if the judgment is based on a misunderstanding or incorrect assumption. Soyeon still needs to find one more bad bitch to complete the song, so she keeps calling other girls until she realizes that
눈앞에 두고 전화를 했네.
she was so focused on finding other people to fit this role that she forgot to look at herself, the baddest bitch.
이게 저는 거 남친은 더.
Soyeon, specifically, gets lots of copyright credits from her songs as they usually have very few to no other writer, producer, or composer, which means more money. She also uses the word 곡, which translates to the tune or melody of a song, so she's seemingly bragging about her ability to write bops. It is well known that Soyeon has been and still is scrutinized for her visuals, despite being amazing at what she does. This line simply expresses how she's able to rock things on stage and how her beauty is just a plus, not everything. As much as people like to deny it, there are a few idols who lead their respective generations. Not just fame-wise, but talent, influence, and power. Idols who not only fans, but idols look up to. There is one idol rapper above all in this generation, one leading Gen Z. Soyeon asked the audience who they think this Gen Z leader is. She also says that it could be a queen or a king, emphasizing talent and skills, not gender. She's offering the audience the power of choice by showcasing her skills and letting them decide who is the one above all. She uses the expression
뒤바뀐 세대.
which translates to reversed generation. I believe this is a reference to what's taken into account nowadays. Beauty, not talent or skills. Weather-wise, breezy is a period of cheerily brisk wind, while windy is marked by strong winds. She's saying she is powerful, like a strong wind. It's also a reference to Soyeon's solo album, Windy. She will light the stage on fire and sweep all awards. She also uses the expression
쓸어버릴라.
which means to dominate and win. She's intimidating, so she's assuming that this is why people leave before getting to know her and are hateful for no reason. This part is going to be a trip. Get ready.
한물간.
Is an expression used to describe something or someone past its prime. Gomul translates to an old object that has become useless. Soyeon says
다섯물간.
which isn't a real expression. She replaces han, one, with 다섯, five, to emphasize how far past its prime the person or object she's talking about is. Omul translates to filth, and in a very brief way. O is another form of the word five. She's slamming the people who attack her, going even further. It seems she's talking about artists who offend her. Besides that, there is an odd emphasis on the number 5. This song was released in 2021 amidst the chaos of Soojin's scandal, where the group went from 6 members to 5. It can be a reach, but I'm just letting you know. She's talking about all of this process of finding bad bitches. The ringing of phones, the knocking on door, and the bringing people in. After all of that, she found the perfect ones. Youngji and BIBI, the only Gen Z bad bitches. No one else. People criticize, judge, and hate idols, especially those who are more bold and free from the societal ties, like the bad bitches in this song. However, they're still very much obsessed with them. They go to concerts, consume their music and content, use as inspiration, and more. Soyeon ends the song by asking the audience if she is right about her assumptions, because just like I said, people hate but still consume and obsess over what they put out. She knew they'd be listening to this, as always. Oh wow, that was crazy. I hope you liked it because it was really hard to translate this. These girls can for sure hold a pen. It would really help me out if you could leave a like, comment, and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.